All right, so I'm done with the rim joist finally, and I just want to give um, take a shot from an elevated position over the work site there, and I want you to see if you see what I see, in that it looks absolutely crooked and not level. But I'm here to tell you that it is 100% level, it is 100% square, and it is not crooked at all. And that's the optical illusion that comes with the grade, with a variable grade like this, high in some areas, low in others. And so that's why you can't go by eyesight. I go by the carpenter level and the laser level, and it is not steering me wrong. That is 100% flat and level right there, and it's going to be a great platform for my tent. So just want to pass that on to you. All right. Hello again, and I'm finished with another day's work. Just wanted to go ahead and show you. I finished the center joist there, working on the cross members right now. As you can see, the cross members are offset from each other. That's done for a purpose so that they can be screwed in from the other side of the. It just works so that they can be secured, and they don't interfere with each other. And so yeah, and as you can see, I was able to use the stumps there. So that's all the stumps that I could really use. And but I got to use three of them. I used a chainsaw to dig out a channel so that they would fit, and then I used hurricane ties and that kind of thing to secure the center joist to those tree stumps. So yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. So at this point, the progress becomes much quicker, and so it just now it's just dropping in cross members and finishing that out. Pretty soon, I'll be putting on the layer of plywood. One thing I wanted to point out, you probably notice if you're a carpenter, is that is 24-inch on center, not 16-inch on center. Most decks will be 16-inch on center. The reason I can get away with this is not clear right now. I'm not going to give that away right now. But it will become clear, how I can do this and get away with it. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. Made some progress today, and I am loving it. All right, hello again. So I went ahead and got my first batch of plywood, and I went ahead and installed my first corner here. And so a couple of things to note. First of all, I'm securing it minimally with just 4 screws just to hold it in place. And there's a reason for that. One is so adjustments can be made if I need to make adjustments before tacking everything down for good. And the second is this is only the first layer of the floor. So I talked to you before about why I'm using 24-inch spacing and how I can get away with that. And this is part of it. But this is where amateur hour. I built this entire frame without one thought about where it's going to meet up with the edges of these boards, and so now I'm going to pay for that because I didn't even give that a thought. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to solve this one board at a time. With this one, all I have to do is extend the edge just a little bit, and as you can see, it supports the edge. So, and I'm going to put one more right there. So all I'm doing is extending this cross member so that it supports the edge of the plywood. So my mistake. I've never built decks before. I didn't even think about that, and but it is important, and I screwed that up. But we're gonna fix it. Okay, just to give you an example of what I mean by remedial measures taken when the edges of the plywood don't meet up with with the joist cross members. So here's a good example. And what I did is I went ahead and screwed in um, supports underneath. And for this, I didn't use joist hangers just because it's supplemental support. So I drilled 3-inch screws on the back of each side, and as you can see, it's going to support that just fine. So so that edge is supported on 3 points. This one right here is also going to help with the next piece of plywood as well. So um, I made a mistake because I am an amateur, but that's I still that's part of the learning process. But this is what it costs. It costs just a little bit of extra wood to fix it, but it is fixable. Okay, so I just wanted to go ahead and show you where we are right now, where I am, and well, you're the viewers are joining in too. So uh, I went ahead and finished sheeting the entire frame with plywood, and I've already gotten the foam board, which is going to be the second layer, and I've already started the third layer at the end there, which is half-inch OSB. So the foam board, the reason I'm doing this, I'm probably going to be surviving the winter in this tent. And if guys, if you're going to live in a tent for the winter, you got to do this. And the reason is because if you can insulate the floor, then the battle to keep that tent warm is already half won. And if you don't, then it's going to be miserable because you're going to be endlessly expending resources to try to keep warmth in that tent, and it's not going to keep us warm. So, an insulated floor. This is 1-inch foam board, and sealing the gaps between the foam board is this 5-inch. Actually, I think it's 6-inch flashing tape. The roll of tape costs about $40, but it's worth it. So this means I'm not going to be getting drafts coming up in between the foam board. So it's going to provide a complete seal for the winter. And then I'm going to continue uh, to put the OSB over this, and it only goes this far because this is going to be the extension gable, and so this is essentially going to be my deck. All right, so there's no need to insulate this. So that's where I'm at right now, and I got a full day of full day of work ahead of me. Hey there, I just wanted to get a shot of this. So I'm at a hotel in Sunrise Beach, Missouri, and so this motel, it actually has a great view of the lake. So right on the edge of the lake here, just kind of sitting here in the evening, smoking a cigar and taking it all in and just enjoying it. Temperature is just perfect, um, just slightly warm. Sun is set, and I'm just taking in the evening. So this is uh, this is really what Missouri is all about, especially the heartland of Missouri. Um, these lakes, these magnificent lakes, the Ozark Lakes, and so when you live here, I mean, there's boating docks everywhere. There's boats for sale. There's a whole industry designed for a life on the water, and so it's something I'm looking forward to. I mean, right now I'm working crazy hard just trying to get this tent up, and then next will be the cabin. So it's going to be a while before I can really concentrate on getting out on the water. But that's what it is to live in Missouri. And so, look at this. Look at this incredible scene. And they have this everywhere. I mean, just if you take a look at the lakes on the map, um, let this car pass here. You'll see just how much shoreline there is. I mean, it's absolutely incredible. So, anyway, just wanted to pass this on to you. I'm really enjoying this, being able to stay here and being able to look out on this.